Hi everyone, welcome back to Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having an awesome start to your day, wherever you may be in the world. This is the weekend reading for October 20th, 21st, and 22nd of 2023. Today, as well as tomorrow, are really special days for me and my family. Today, the 20th of October, was my grandfather's birthday. My grandfather would be turning 100 years old tomorrow, or today, sorry, if he were still with us. He was a proud, proud man, and he loved his family. He was fun and enthusiastic and kind and loving. I'm trying to get a special deck of cards out, sorry. Enthusiastic. He was a man of very few words. But one of the things that I hold dearest in my heart about my grandfather is that he shared with me his passion for cards, regular, everyday playing cards. And from the time of my earliest memories, up until the day that he got ill, when I was just 21, every time I saw him, I would be asking him to play cards with me. When he would come to stay when I was a little girl at our house for the weekend, I would be waiting at the door for him to arrive because I knew that he was going to be bringing me a new deck of cards and showing me a new game. One of his favorite games to play was cribbage, and it helped me immensely with my counting. And it was just such a special bond that we had over something that seemed so insignificant that never sort of fizzled out. It was always our thing, you know? It was always our thing. And so, you know, as I sit here with all of these beautiful cards around me, although they're not playing cards, I think of him often because this is how I remember him, playing cards, good times, good memories, good energy. And so I thank my papa for helping me to ignite that spark of passion and interest in these cards and allowing me to explore that so many years after the very first time he ever taught me how to play a game of cards. And then on the 21st of October, it is my father's birthday. My dad would be 81 years old on Saturday. My dad was fun, and he was vibrant, and he was a real people person, an amazing communicator. He had the ability to make friends wherever he went and sort of walk into a room and, sort of inject that fun factor into it. People always felt immediately at ease around my dad. When I was a little girl, I was the known as the one with the cool dad, right? Everyone wanted to be at my house because my dad was the cool dad. Something that I'm not sure if I've ever shared before. My father did a lot of things throughout the years that I find so interesting because they were kind of out of character for him. But I remember when I first started twirling baton at 4.5, practice was on Saturday, and I came home and I was not happy and I wanted to quit. Look at that. Look at what card just flipped over inside the deck. This is the Everyday Witch, the mini version, and it's very tiny. But we've got the sun, the joy, the blessings. That's exactly the energy that I'm trying to tap into today. My dad stood in the kitchen with me and helped me practice this new trick, if you will, that we were taught earlier that day. And there I was crying, and I was miserable and a little bit obnoxious in that moment. And he encouraged me and inspired me and worked with me until I had that trick down. I wish he had have shown that side of himself more often to everyone, so that everyone else could know that he had those kinds of qualities inside of himself. But he was no different than my grandfather to me, the apple of my eye. And so I want to wish them both a heavenly happy birthday. And so with that being said, let's get on with it. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, the Crystal Intentions Oracle, the Everyday Witch Oracle, and I have the Everyday Witch Mini Tarot. Also I have the One World Tarot, which I had to move out of the way to get this deck. This is the weekend reading, as I said. All of my messages are meant to put a little pep in your steps, some food for thought, some gentle guidance, something to help you as you navigate along your path. It's a general message. If it resonates, claim it. If it does not, leave it behind. This first card is a card to inspire you, something for you to focus on, some guidance. Maybe it's confirmation of something that's happened already. Perhaps it's your light bulb moment. However which way this speaks to you, that is how you should take it. I'm sorry about yesterday's message. I haven't been feeling the greatest. Like, I'm not sick or anything. I just feel really worn out. My energy is low. My energy is down. And I confess that I just couldn't get it together. So I apologize for that. I am hoping to come back on over the weekend. So make sure that you've got your bell notification checked off so that you receive those alerts. And of course, the Sunday Oracle message will be out. First card out, Solitude. It's a beautiful picture, especially for this time of year. Very fall-like. Solitude, peace, tranquility, relaxation. That quiet time allowing you to have focus and to decompress. to recharge your battery, to think or to not think, time away, self-care. It's funny, I look at that card, and because there's a person in a boat, makes me think of my dad. And I'm sure I have said this before. We used to call my dad the idea man. So he used to go to bed very early, and he would wake up really, really early. And he always had a big notebook or a pad of foolscap, as he called it. And he would sit there and he would write lists and ideas and building plans and like all manner of things. He would come up with his best ideas in the early, quiet, peaceful moments of the day, and I am just like him. I love that time of the morning when the house is quiet and the world is asleep, with the exception of the birds chirping. I feel like I can think clearly, like I'm really in my element at that time of the day. That card reminds me of that. So our first card out is the Fool card, right? Venturing off into new territories, new beginnings. Second card that we've got out is the Two of Wands, making plans, making things happen, making your dreams and your plans more reality for you, right? You're putting things together. Next, we have the the Ten of Pentacles. This is the happy home card, right? That solid, secure foundation that we all want, that we all need, that we all hope to have. That feeling of being safe and secure. It's about our traditions and our sense of connection. And that's in the challenge position. So our next two cards out, we have the Star card. Hope, belief, faith, like never lose hope. Also about your connection to spirit. And this card fell out at the same time at the Nine of Wands. Being a little bit battle weary. You're not resistant to it. You are resilient, but you're tired. Again, leaning back to this solitude. What's on the bottom of the deck? We have the Justice card, speaking of Libras and Libra season. The truth, karma. Bringing our scales into balance. So, to me, this feels like more of like an affirmation type reading, that we have to remember that, especially in such chaotic times as we find ourselves around the world, affected by the things that are happening around the world, that this moment of solitude, the relaxation, the contemplation, the meditation, the clarity and focus that can come from it, that feeling of realigning yourself and feeling kind of whole again, is what helps us to be able to head off and see these new opportunities and possibilities, right? To not get stopped in our tracks, to be able to be inspired by wanting new things and by believing that new things are possible with this Two of Wands and the making of plans, right? We are all trying to create that solid foundation in which we want to be a part of, right? That safety and security. And as our outcome, we have the Star. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith. We may feel a little constricted right now. We may feel like we're tired of this fight because it seems like we are on an uphill battle. But truth is coming. This solitude is what's going to keep that scale perfectly balanced so that we don't feel overwhelmed. I feel like that's a message from my dad and my grandpa. And so I thank them for that. Let's pull a card from the Crystal Intentions Oracle. We have Black Obsidian. On the back side of the card, release negative thoughts, maintain attention on the present moment, increase situational awareness, improve responsible thoughts and actions. On the front side, I pay attention to what is going on around and within me. I am attentive. And I feel like the only way that we can do that is if we constantly revert back to this solitude, providing us that moment of just really getting in touch and checking in with ourselves, you know? All right, here we go with the Everyday Witch Oracle. I mean, who doesn't love this deck with the 4 kitty cats on it? What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Make a move. Make a move. So don't be afraid to forge forward. As long as you remember to have that clarity. Take that time to check in with yourself. Awesome, awesome reading for this weekend. I just want to point out that underneath this card of Justice on the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords, which is contemplation, meditation, and sort of rejuvenation, right? That time where we take a rest, we sort of do some self-care, love ourselves up a little bit, cushioning ourselves. It's like it's the weekend. Anything that needs doing can wait. What you need to do now is to put your cozy PJs on, have a bath, put your feet up, go to the mall, go to the park, phone your friends, watch a funny movie. That's what you need this weekend. Awesome. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I wish you many, many, many blessings and a great weekend until we see each other again. Bye-bye for now.